Hello there everybody, my name is ScRolls and this is Future Games. Today we are taking a look at a game called ScRolls from Roll Up Entertainment. And ScRolls is a game where it is a fast-paced dice chugging game, simultaneous chugging with all the players trying to place their dice on specific spots on cards, and the cards are spells. And each player has its own spellcaster, and every spellcaster has specific abilities that you can use. And there are these Mystic Scrolls where you get to have more spells in your book of spells, or cards of spells. So this is the artwork of the game. As you can see, if you can recognize, this is a prototype. So this is not going to be the final quality of the components. For example, dice are with stickers. It's not engraved right now, but in the final version, the dice are going to be very different. Going to be detailed, not going to be with stickers, of course. And the detail of Roll Up, it's quite nice. So let me tell you more about how the game is played, and we will talk more about it later. Okay guys, so the goal of the game is to attack your opponent, so its stamina reaches not 1 but 0. So when you attack the opponent, you must really focus on doing as much damage as you can, so you can get the other player out of the game. So how do you do that? First of all, we start with 5 dice in our hand. Now don't be confused because I have a green one here. It's gonna be all the same color, but let me use this in order not to confuse you. So, okay, I have this initial 5 dice. So when I play, all the other players play this at the same time. So I play and I do like this. And I have, let's say I have this character, and this character has 1, 2, 3 cards. And if you can see it better here. So for example, if I roll to fire, I can place here the 2 fire dice. So for example, I have 1 fire here, but I want another fire. Okay, I will take the dice again, and because I didn't get at the first time, I'm gonna try a second time. And the second time failed miserably. And the third time, now, at the third time I have this here, which is a fire symbol. So I get to place both of my dice here in these spots. So that gets me 3 healing on my stamina. I can reach, I start with the 35 stamina in this character board here, and I can reach up to 40. I cannot go more than 40, but if someone forces me to go below 1, I lose and I get out of the game. So, as I said before, when I place here my 2 dice, now I have 3 dice in my hands. I can take 2 more and have a hand of a pool of 5 dice. So I get to throw them again, and I can take any of my dice and put it in a specific and place it in a specific spell. I cannot place a die in a second spell because I'm going only for 1. And if I do that, I must use all of my dice throws, so they're on my remaining dice, so I can get the result that I want. For example, this one, if I place here 1, 2, 3 dice and I only want a lightning symbol die, I will roll this 1 die or 2 dice that I have in my hand. For example, I have it here. Let's say all these are dice that I can use, so I have these 2 dice. I get to roll them again until I bring a flash or a thunder icon. Oh, there it is. And I get to place it here and use it when the time comes. Now, first all I can say that this is the turn of the dice chugging, dice throwing, and dice placement. After all this is over, what we do is that we see what spells we have activated. For example, let's see here. Let's say I have activated this spell. I get to do 3 damage to another player and 1 damage per activated spell that has a value. So this has a value of 1, I get 1. And if I have activated this one, which does 1 damage but has 0 spell value, I don't add up to this one. But if I have done this, now I get to have 1 spell value. So 3 plus 1 and 2, this was 5 points of damage. And let's see this one, and this was 3 points of damage. So total 8. So this goes with the other spells. For example, this one, this does 3 damage and 1 healing for each spell that I have activated, and it has a value to add up to this one. And you know, basically all the others are kind of the same, except this fella here. Oh, look at him. So if I have placed I have placed all of my dice here. Now I get to roll a die. So in the game you have a specific die only for this guy, and if I roll 1 to 3, I get to get 3 attack points, 4 to 6, 4 attack points. And if I place my die here, I will add 1 to my die rolls, so I get to have better stats. When the round ends is either when the dice are emptied from the pool. You try to get, like, you have 3 in your hand after completing a spell, and you try to get more, and there are no dice in the pool, so you say stop, and everybody stops and nobody can do anything. And another thing that you can do to stop the round is to buy a Mystic Scroll. So these are the Mystic Scrolls. What they do is there are extra spells that you can use throughout the game. So in the next round, I get to reveal another Mystic Scroll, and I get to either try to activate my spells or buy this one to have it on the next turn. That's it about the game. What you do is just chug dice, place him in the right spot, and then heal, attack, and that's it. It's simple. So let me take you to my final thoughts. So let me tell you how I like the game and some of the things that makes this game great. So the first thing is that it is very fast. All of the players play at the same time, so there's no downtime, and all of the time you do chugging and throwing and deciding where you're gonna put it. So it's an intense game. So I think that makes it fun. Another thing that there is in the game, it's easy to learn. Like, it is attack and heal, and before that just jack the dice and put it in a specific spot in your card, or take a Mystic Scroll and do that the next round along with your previous spell. So that's it. That's very, very, very easy to learn and teach. And one of the things that makes it great is that you can use this game like as a gateway game, or if someone says I want to play a game with dice, I think that's your game, because it is so fun, and you're never gonna get bored with this game. In my opinion, I had some bad experience on my first game, because I didn't know the game. I thought, okay, he attacks me, the player on my left attacks me, so I must heal, and I didn't attack my with big attacking points the player on my right. So my player on my right at the very end had like until I got out, he got like 35 stamina, and the player on my left, because he was getting hit all the time, but he was hitting me very hard. He had like 10 points. So I was out of the game, and the player on my right had 35 points. He was, high on his stamina, and he could attack the player on his right as it goes counterclockwise. So as the game progressed, he won because I wasn't hitting him and I was focusing more in healing myself. So I didn't like the experience of it, but it's not the game's fault. It was my fault because I didn't know, what the game was supposed to be like. It's supposed to, hit the other person. This is a player elimination game, so everyone must hit each other. Don't focus in healing. So that's gonna be a bad experience because there's not enough healing in the game. If you omit that, everything else in the game is very nice. I liked it. I had people trying to do some complex thinking in the game, but if you try and do strategy with dice, not that much of a good strategy. You must be really quick. Your strategy must be really observant and quick on the dice that you're using. Overall, I like the game. I think I would buy the game, not only for me, but to make it to give it as a gift to someone. I think this is very good for teenagers to play. And yeah, that's it. That is my opinion for the Mystic Scrolls game. I think it's lovely. It's fast, it's fun, it's dynamic, and it has all the great aspects that I want in a fast-paced dice game. Yep, and that's it. I am Haralabos Sakiris, and this is Future Games. Enjoy, guys.